This is Daily Dose of Darryl Viewers Digest, a free service from the Peebles Motivation Bureau entitled Spring Forward, Season 2, Episode 26, March 27th through April 2nd, 2023. If you look into nature, you realize things are springing forward. If you look at the clocks, you realize they're springing forward. But what about our lives? There are 7 doses included in this episode, one for each day. Take them like medicine, properly and on time, and learn a different aspect each day that can help us spring forward in our lives to be the people we were created to be. Monday, find your network. No matter who you are, I hope you realize that wherever you go with this new internet capability, you can find your network, not only around you and your neighborhood, but around the world. The good thing is, however, you don't have to go around the world to find them. You need to find people that you know or can get to know, that you like, that you trust, and that you have mutual respect for. You need to do this not only in the business world, but in other areas of your life. I moved to Brightwood Farm, a brand new place, and I found another community of people there. And whether it's through a health care fair, a springtime booth, or sharing books, or gathering for parties, or with treats, sharing treats, I found people with varied talents and gifts that care about other people in so many different ways. I encourage you to look around to see who your network really is. It could be in a church or a civic club. It could be in your neighborhood. But find your network and grow with that network and enjoy helping each other in your network. Life is about networking. We all live in the same canoe, basically, going down the same river. Let's learn to be a good network for each other, that we can all succeed together. Tuesday, maintain your power connection. When we use things like a hair blower, we take it for granted. Yes, the fact that you can turn it on and air comes out and we can make it cool or make it warm or hot, and it does so time and time and time again. And it never ceases to amaze me, however, that when all of a sudden it stops, then we realize how important it is to maintain our connection to the power source. Our hairdryer stopped, and we figured out why. Because the wire was not protected from constant bending. It was bent at a sharp angle, it began to wear, and it finally wore in two and broke. At the edge of the hairdryer, the connection was broken, and it didn't matter that it was plugged into the wall, and it didn't matter that the hairdryer was still in great operational shape. It would not work because it had a break in the connection to the power source. What is your power source? What are the things that can cause you to have a break and not be connected to your power source? Avoiding the truth or jealousy or bad attitudes? What is it? Let us begin today to maintain our power connection by getting rid of those things that could cause a breakdown and remain connected to our power source to be able to spring forward like we need to be doing. Wednesday, look for the beauty. Look for the beauty wherever we go is a good motto. Whether we're eating out or eating in or moving about in nature, there's beauty to be found. In fact, beauty can be found in other people that we meet. You can also help create beauty by putting together components in your life that you hadn't thought of before. Like when you're creating food or other types of things around the house, you can create beauty. But remember to keep our eyes open and look for the beauty that's all around us. Help uncover the fact that in many people there's beauty they don't know about. We can be the ones to help uncover that beauty that's within them. What have I done today to help uncover the beauty in this wonderful world? Uncovering the beauty and looking for the beauty all around us is so much better than trying to uncover the ugliness. There are enough people out there already doing that. Let's join the team that's uncovering the beauty. Today, let's do that and spring forward to a better life. Thursday, embrace grief. You know, grief never ends, but it does change. It's a passage, not a place to stay. Grief is not a sign of weakness nor lack of faith. It is the price of love. Now, many people think that grief is bad. On my YouTube channel, I post a lot of things that are positive, and I try to lift up something positive every day. So why are we talking about grief today? Because grief is a part of life. And anytime we love someone, there's going to be a time of grief. There's going to be a goodbye. One way or the other, it's going to happen. So, learning to embrace grief and celebrate those lives is something positive. Does it feel good? No. I know I had spent several years and years preaching funerals for people. But when it came time to have the funeral for my father, it was different. I looked back at his life and realized how valuable that life was. It was the first immediate family member that died that I had the funeral for. I realized after that how different all my funerals became. They had more meaning. They had more impact. I learned to embrace the grief because I realized it's the price we pay for the ability to love someone. It's part of life. It's not negative. It's positive. If we won't let it trap us, if we allow ourselves to move through that grief period, to learn from it, and to have the honor of sharing about people's lives. I have that honor, and I've had a file after file on so many of those lives. I realized how valuable each one was and how real the grief was for each family. Today, let's embrace grief in a new way that will help us move forward in life and find the beauty in the lives that we have had the honor to know. And let's spring forward and celebrate those lives like those people would want us to do. Friday, appreciate the journey. I went to Biscuitville not long ago. I've always loved seeing their biscuits. Well, I have to admit I've also tasted one or two. But this time, I took the time to watch how they are prepared. And a biscuit is like a journey in life. It doesn't happen all at once. So I watched as they started from scratch and developed a biscuit. Well, if you're looking at this video, you'll realize how amazing it is. But it takes about 15 minutes for a new biscuit. Of course, I have to edit this process down for the purpose of my YouTube channel. Stop and think about how we are all in a journey each day in our life. And it helps produce the finished product, our life. And how we will be when our lives finally end. So learn to appreciate the journey. Look at each step of the way in life's journey and learn to appreciate each component. Learn to appreciate all the different things you do each day. Appreciate all the things you learn along the way. And appreciate the people you meet. By doing this, you can spring forward toward becoming that person you were created to be. So don't wait until the end of the journey to appreciate life, but appreciate each day and begin to appreciate that journey all along the way, which will motivate you to spring forward into an even better life. Saturday, celebrate the milestones. At the turn of the century, Mayor Jerry Peterman suggested that I become a firefighter and wanted me to be the chaplain. I told him at that time that I was way too busy, was overextended in too many areas, and I didn't see how in this world I could do one more thing because I always did everything 100%. But when I saw the Twin Towers hit and the first person being brought out on a stretcher by the other firefighters was the chaplain, I decided that I must do this thing 110%. So I said, I will somehow figure out how to clear out the space. And in 2002, my name went on the board at the fire department. And I put on the gear. And I listened for the fire pager each day to go off.
You got a hydrant right there at the corner.
and many times I was the first on the scene to respond. And because I had a flexible schedule, I was able many years to go to more calls than anyone else. I had a great deal of wonderful experiences with thousands and thousands of calls and the people involved. I was able to work with a great group of people as firefighters to help with various people and situations in their lives. Many different things took place during those years, including thousands upon thousands of responses. Also, many people's lives were affected and relationships were strengthened among the firefighters. So, from being in my early 50s until now, in my mid-70s, it's been a great journey. But recently I received the Chief's Award, which reminded me of something. It's good to stop and celebrate the milestones. And it's good to reflect on what has happened in our lives during that time. Have you stopped recently and celebrated and reflected upon the milestones in your life? And if so, what have you learned? And what are you moving forward to next? Where are you springing forward? And what will you be doing? Sunday, focus on each task. Our days, our weeks, our months, and our years are full of a variety of tasks. Recently, I was watching the garbage truck come, and I noticed how intently they were focusing on each barrel and focusing on what they had to do to make sure that barrel was emptied correctly and how it had to be emptied appropriately. And it reminded me that in our life every day there will be a multitude of tasks, and we need to learn to focus on each one at a time, completed properly, and before you know it, the entire route is completed successfully. The same is true in our lives, and we will have been a success. What task are you focusing on now? Where are you going next for your next task? Focus on each one and make it count, and you will be a success in becoming the person you were created to be. Now, spring forward with enthusiasm. This is Darryl R. Peebles, the man behind the microphone, bringing you something positive each day from the Peebles Motivation Bureau, both positive, personal, and professional. Remember, there are 3 divisions: digital, real life, and print. But in the digital, we have not only the YouTube channel, but the website, Zoom events, and much more. In the real life, we do pulpit supply, funerals, weddings, magic shows, keynote speakers, and more. And in the print division, not only books, but magazine articles, newspapers, and custom artwork. Locally ordered books from me can get signatures and special discount. This one is already out and about, helping others. Churches and pastors have special discounts. I appreciate you, your ideas and support. Keep them coming. These are other areas that I might be able to help you, and these are my contact points. This is Daily Dose of Darryl, responding to the free and gracious gift of God. I am using humor, the art of illusion, modern technology, and decades of serving God and communities to work every day to uncover the beauty in all people and experiences coming my way, endeavoring to educate, entertain, and inspire. Each dose on this channel can help move us toward a better, healthier, and more informed mind, body, and spirit. I'm excited to be a small part of the expanding of our capacity to learn, love, and forgive, and together leave this world a better place for all. God bless you.